All right, so I'm gonna try something different today. It's kind of cold outside and I flew a little bit yesterday, but what we're gonna do is do some simulator stuff. So before I started FPV, you basically have to learn how to fly acro mode. And acro mode is basically just full manual flying. For those that you guys don't know, you're controlling 6 axes of flight: up, down, sideways, yaw, pitch, and rotation. And so you have a lot of maneuverability, and it's kind of tricky because you have to level up the flight. And so if you were to just grab an FPV drone and go ahead and fly it, you're gonna crash it. It's just almost inevitable. So the simulator kind of helps you figure out how to control those things. And the one that I've been using is called Liftoff. It's kind of fun. It's like a little video game. I got it on Steam for 20 bucks, and I fly it with my DJI radio, which I stuck with this radio instead of all the other fancy Crossfire stuff. This is kind of technical for the people that don't really know very well, but I just went with the easy route, which is the DJI system. I can talk about that if anyone's interested, but once again, I'm just doing this videos because a lot of people ask me about these things, and I'll show you what Liftoff feels like. So there's apparently a bunch of other types of simulators, and there are some of them that are really like technical and kind of weird. This one is kind of a blend of both. It's has a lot of good physics, has a really good physics engine, but it's also kind of like a game. It's real fun. And I'll switch over so that you can see kind of what I'm doing with these controls and stuff in a second, but let me show you what the actual game looks like. Alright y'all, so I had a lot of technical difficulties with graphic settings and it was fucking up my flight. So this is Liftoff. This is one of my favorite maps. It's a golf course, and I'll kind of fly around and just show you what it feels like. So one thing that's really difficult about flying is learning throttle control. If you master throttle control, then you pretty much have it in the bag, I would say. So what throttle control is referring to is, you see this left stick of mine, is knowing when to cut it when you want to take turns, knowing when to slow down. So see, in real life, that would have probably been a crash, and a real life crash is, you know, a broken arm. So this is awesome practice to kind of learn that kind of thing. Same thing, that was just me, sorry. So you're probably thinking, oh, I'm running through all these trees, nothing is happening, I can just go through trees. No, it's actually showing me on the bottom right every time I run through a tree like this. You see that one of my propellers or drone has gone damaged. And that kind of changes your flight dynamics a little bit. Okay, so that was a real crash. And you can see down on the bottom it says my top left prop is gone. So when I started flying Liftoff, I couldn't even go through any gaps like these. Really difficult to have timed them, and just a lot of crashing, let alone flips and so forth. I don't know if I can still go through something like this yet. We can try. Ooh. Okay. Clearly those are still hard for me. But I love this course because I love playing disc golf, and it kind of reminds me of flying through one of the disc golf courses that I've been wanting to do. Another thing that I've been trying to learn is how to fly upside down. I haven't done that in real life, obviously, because I've crashed, which is kind of where these simulators can come in. Getting used to flights that you wouldn't have tried otherwise. And that's the kind of whole point of the simulator, is to get you kind of comfortable with trying different maneuvers and flips and spins that you wouldn't try otherwise because it's super dangerous, or if it's just cold like it is right now. It's kind of fun to just play this for a bit. One thing that I've been learning is, so, you know, you can go real high up and you can just flip super fast and have, you know, that was kind of ugly, sorry, but you can flip very fast, but those doesn't give you that, you know, that kind of cinematic feel. So the slow flips, you can kind of practice on them and you get that backward swoop, which is awesome. And it's fun to practice that in the simulator before you go out and try it on one of these bigger and faster ones. Looks like my battery's about to run out on the computer, but I don't really want to make this video too long. This is just something that is really fun, and I think that everyone who's wanting to kind of get into this should have, just because it gives you a proper idea without, you know, losing a $500 drone every single time you want to practice a flip. Is it super accurate? No, it's obviously not like real life. This gives you this really airy flow when you're flying, whereas when you're flying in real life, you have, you know, proper wind, and you have, it just feels amazing. It feels like, you know, you can really cut the air. Over here in Liftoff and simulation, it just feels like you're kind of gliding and, you know, really flowy flight. But the thing is, it still gives you an awesome idea of, once again, throttle control, and an awesome idea of flying acro comfortably. And just trying new things, you know, and gaining confidence with those new things. Alright, well, I guess we'll end it on that. Can't end it on that. I was gonna show off there, but... Alright, here's just some free flying for a little bit. You know, it's so fun because this hobby is like, it's so nerdy, you know? There's all these technical things, and there's kind of like robotics involved in it, and soldering, and you have to learn how to program a little bit through Betaflight, and it's just kind of such a nerdy thing, and I love that. I love how nerdy it is, and I love, more than anything, you know, you can fly, you know? Obviously this is a simulator and I'm inside, but when you wear that headset and you get to fly, it's such a fun feeling. You get to explore the world from this perspective, and you get to be in charge of controlling the flight patterns, and you get to meet new people and capture this world in some of the most pretty ways possible, you know? Nature's so beautiful, and I love that. You can kind of get lost in it. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed kind of getting an idea of what it feels like being in the simulator. This is called Liftoff, and by the way, thank you guys for watching. I'm really just doing this for friends and family, and kind of just sharing it with people who are interested in what I'm up to. And surprisingly, a lot of random people have watched this, and I have enjoyed that, so it's fun meeting new people that way. But once again, no formalities. Catch you guys later. Oh, you like that landing?